Because right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Royce, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Andrew Fillipponi in just a matter of moments, and we're taking your phone calls on the Borders and Borders hotline tonight. 412-575-2600 is the number. So Pony has a big prediction that he put out there today, and I gotta ask why. You're one of the only people in town. You and Pomp are on the same page. You both picked the Steelers. Look, I want to pick the Steelers. I look for every opportunity.
Time out, early timeout here. Kevin Stallings already needs, a second here to talk to his team. You're telling me Bob is picking the Steelers to beat the Packers too?
That's what I heard. I don't think he put that out. Maybe I dropped the ball on this one. I don't think he put it out there publicly yet. But I think that's going to be his prediction.
Well, I already have, and that's because this is only going to be the second time this year we see T.J. Watt out there. And I believe the Steelers' defense. No, he was full today. He was a full participant, Richie.
Maybe.
Wait, now you're making me nervous.
Yeah.
You got some inside information here, breaking news that you might
No,
want to
I
put
don't
out
have the inside information, but I don't have a good feeling still. He's going to talk tomorrow, so that makes me feel a little bit better, but he did talk last Friday as well. But I'm not going to say he's 100% guaranteed he's going to play. I'll just say that.
Richie, he's wanted to play at Lambeau Field his entire life. He'd have to have two broken legs and two broken arms. He'd have to look like that knight from the Monty Python movie where he was just like a stub. He'd have to look like that to not play in the game. He's wanted to play back in Wisconsin his entire life. This is a huge game. I think you'd have to basically leave him in Pittsburgh and lock him up somewhere and throw away the key for him not to play. I think he'll play, and I think the Steelers' defense, when he's out there, is one of the top three defenses in the entire NFL. So for that reason, I think they'll be in the game. I think the Steelers will start no huddle. I think they'll jump on the Packers early, and I think they'll win an ugly game. I don't think it'll be pretty. But the Packers, let's be honest, their first game was terrible. Their second game, they almost blew it to the Lions. They got outplayed in the first half. And then, hey, they were fantastic against the 49ers, including that last-second drive Sunday night. But I think the Steelers, they're not a great team. I'm not predicting them to make the playoffs. But Mike Tomlin teams, I feel like, they rise to occasions like this, and then they let down against teams that win 4 or 5 games.
You're exactly right. And I think their defense will keep them in the game. I just have not seen...
Well, then join me.
No.
You picked the Steelers in Buffalo.
I did.
The Bills are a great team.
I did. And this offense...
Get on the bandwagon.
I haven't seen anything from this offense that makes me want to pick them now. Watching them in training camp against each other made me think that this offense was going to be, pretty good. Good enough, and the defense was going to be really good. Well, the defense is missing a few key pieces, and I think that's why these games could have went the other way if Watt, Highsmith, Devin Bush maybe potentially played in those games. Definitely Watt. I mean, this record could be 2-1 right now just with Watt playing. If he does play, it's a different ball game. I'm not 100% sold that he's going to play in this game, though. As for and the guy across from him, Alex Highsmith, I'm not sold on that. And potentially Chase Claypool could be out. Juju Smith-Schuster still limited. I mean, they might have one receiver out there. And this offense can't do anything right now with all those guys healthy.
Well, you know what? I'm okay with a game where you've got Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth, and Najee Harris as your 3 main targets. Claypool, I think, has gotten worse in his second year. I know he was banged up in the last game, but I'm still waiting him to show some of the big playmaking ability he did in the early part and middle parts of last year. He made some clutch plays against Buffalo, but I'm still waiting for him to have, go up and make a play, bail your quarterback out a little bit more. Juju, we know what he is at this point. He's a tough son of a gun. He can get you a 3rd and 7 conversion, but he's not a big playmaker. Deontay Johnson is, and I'm telling you, they've got to find a way, Richie, to involve Freiermuth more in their offense. When Ben throws him the ball, he catches it. You can't say that. There's a lot of drops on this roster. To me, especially Ebron, To me, Freiermuth's a guy that you got to work him, even though he's a second-round pick rookie. I got to see a bigger priority, emphasis, get him in the offense because I think he's a really good player.
You know, if one of those guys are out, I mean, think James Washington's a pretty good number 4 receiver. But if we're looking at 2 of those receivers out, I know 3 of them won't be, but it's scary that all 3 receivers are on the injury report right now.
Well, you got to win with defense, Richie, just like you did in Buffalo. Why can't they win with a great defensive performance? If they can do that to Josh Allen, why can't they do that to Aaron Rodgers? He's thrown 5 interceptions in a game this year. Or not 5, he got benched, he threw 3.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that they go out there and win, and they do rise to these occasions. But I just haven't seen anything on offense. Nothing. Their offensive line is so bad right now that I don't know if they can sustain a drive.
Yeah.
And
well, did it look
so
like crap in the second half against the Bills? It looked better.
It looked
better. The second
better.
half against Buffalo was okay. It didn't kill him.
Yeah, and they got to be able to run the ball. I don't think that they will. And what's going to happen is you're going to see another 50-pass performance by Ben Roethlisberger, throwing it all over the yard.
Are we going to see a new center? Are we going to see a J.C. Hassenhauer sighting?
I don't know. I potentially think there could be changes coming up front, but we'll see. I don't know if that would be the first change, though. We do have some information coming up on the 11 o'clock news. Our Steelers insider, Jerry Dulac, has some good insight for us that we're going to unveil. All right, we got to take a break. We got your phone calls. 412-575-2600 is the number. Back in a couple minutes.